Hi, this is Sean Law from Sydney Lorcana. I've got John here, another store champion winner with Emerald Amethyst. It's been running pretty rampant in Sydney. However, John's list is slightly different than the other Emerald Amethyst decks that have featured on this channel. And firstly, welcome, John. Thank you for agreeing to talk about your deck. Just wanted to ask you what it was like winning the store championship at RC Crew.
Thanks, Sean. Thanks for having me here. Yeah, RC Crew winning that one is well, it was a really tough day because it was a long one. I mean, we started 11 a.m. and we finished around I think 7 or 8 p.m. There are around 26 players. So yeah, winning that one totally is like very pleasing at the end, but very tough as well.
All right then, and do you want to just go through your list? I noticed you've got some stuff that's different than the other lists that we featured because you've got the Pegasus
Mhm.
shift line,
Yeah.
you've got Sir Hiss, but you've got slightly less White Rose and Bell and a bit less Crab. Was that just to accommodate the Pegasus shift line and the Sir Hiss?
Yes, that is 100% correct. So a bit of history in this deck that I'm using. I started playing set 6 and immediately I used Emerald Amethyst because it was the uh, easiest to get. I mean the pieces when I started. So I first started with the Artabox list. So if you're familiar with that, the one that's using Clarabelle. So yeah, that's the first one I used. But I did win some games during locals with that one, but it wasn't that in tune with me, if that's the right term. So before the DLC, I tried to look. So from DLC, I look for another list that will work well with me, and I've seen the list from Mo Shamblin, and I tried that one. So Mo Shamblin was the one who was using the Pegasus shift line, and yeah, it worked well for me in DLC, so I was playing that ever since. So when set 7 started in my locals, it was still performing good. But when the set champ started, this EA deck I mean, that list was really bad when it comes to matching with like Steel Song decks, which is, as you know, dominating the early set champs here as well in Sydney. It also doesn't play that well against Purple Steel, which is also a good deck for this set. So I played a couple of set champs, got into top 8, but always lose it against Steel Song player. So when I played in Good Games Central, I actually saw Rob and Will use this pan in Iagos. So I was convinced that I needed to put that into my deck. Actually, the first player that I saw who uses this one was Jordan, but that time I mean it was the first time I saw it, so I did not immediately change my deck. But when I really saw it in action and won the set champ in Central, then I said, nah, I need to get into this one. So what I did in this one basically is just remove some things that I think I can live without and put in the 4 pans, 4 Iagos, and this two bells. And since I took out the rabbits, then I needed to put in friends on the other side for draw. So yeah, that's the background of this deck. But if you want me to go through one by one, I think for this deck, the one drops, as you've already heard in the other videos that you've featured here using EA, the one drops are very important. Your turn one and turn two must always be dropping this three three of these cards. If you get Merfolk, that's good. Pegasus is also good, especially if your opponent will not have evasives that can take out Pegasus. It's really good. It's just there. It's just gaining lore uh, every turn. Then Madame, this meme snake is a part of the previous version, but I think this one can be cut out. But it's still good. I mean, uh, when you play Merfolk, you didn't get 3-1 drops in your opening hand. You can bounce Merfolk back by meme, and then your opponent cannot take out your Merfolk. You can play it again, and then it can quest for two again. So it's still good, but I think if you want to make this deck better, this is something that you can cut. Then the next card is, Go Tomago is really an ace player for this deck. I've won a lot of games because of this one, especially now that we have Iago here. Iago can deal 4 damage, then you play that Go, gain 4 lore. So it's a really, like, if your opponent know that you're playing Go, your opponent will be scared to quest big bodies if you have Iago or a Merlin there or a Bell, because that your opponent will not will be scared because Go might go down. So another difference here is the service. It it made a difference because especially for mirror matches. So if you're facing against another player with pans, and you have your own pan out, instead of sacrificing your pan, you can use your Sirhis to just uh, kill the your opponent's pan. So might be something I that can be increased in this deck, but yeah, two is enough for the previous setup that I played. Then Ursula is really just another MVP in here. It just doesn't. I mean, taking out a song, taking out one card from your opponent is a very, very good play. But even if you don't see a song in there, but you see your opponent's hand, that information is very important. So I had this game where my opponent used an Ursula. It wasn't me, but my opponent used an Ursula. Opponent saw my hand, and then even if I can win the next turn, I wasn't able to because opponent knows what's in my hand. So yeah, Ursula is very, very useful in this. Fox is still there to bounce off anything that you want. I mean, if you want to bounce off your Morph back, if you want to bounce your Go-Go, your Goats, it's very good. And of course, if you're playing against aggro decks, it can easily take out the daisies for Chernadog. It can take out those 0-4 characters easily. So it's also a way for you if you're facing off against someone who have locations out. So yeah, Meme Fox is very still very useful. Of course, the same case with Merlin Crab. So it should be there to take out anything that you want to take out that will surprise your opponent. So moving to the star additions to this deck, the Pan. So again, one of the weakest, the hardest matchups before was with Steel Song, but with the Pans, it gets easier because if their Cinderella will sing a song, you're on play. So once you get 3 ink, you put down your pan, take out that Cinderella. So it will immediately something that will be hard to answer by your opponent. Then you combo that with your Iago. Uh, so if there's an Ursula singer for, then that Iago can take that out. It makes your genie rush as well, so it can take out small characters. It has a big body, so it will not easily die like Peter Pan. And surprisingly, it can also give Pegasus a rush. So it's still a 3-3 body, so it's not bad for Pegasus as well. So the white rose here, it's just one because I already removed what I can remove. So I left one here. And if I remember correctly, I lost my day two in DLC because I didn't draw a white rose. So yeah, I just left one here for luck as well.
Hmm.
Then again, Genie is evasive. It can draw your card. which is very important for this deck, and it quests for two. So yeah, still very good in this one. Then goat. I mean, let's go with Iago first, which is again at first I wasn't sold to put Iago because it has vanished. I mean, I was scared that there's a lot of steel players out there, purple steel, steel song. So Iago can be easily taken out. But when I actually play this, I mean, when Iago's come out, your opponent usually doesn't have the songs anymore because they have used it against your Merfolk.
Hmm.
They have taken out Pegasus. Some even take out your Chernabog brooms because they don't want you to draw. So when Iago's comes out, they don't have the song anymore. So it's still really good, and that big body 4-6 and the pan is out, it just wins you games. And I had this one mirror match where my opponent got three Iagos out. I mean, how can you compete with that? It's 4-6 evasive, can take out anything on your board.
Yeah,
And
like if you have the Peter Pan shadow to give it rush, it's effectively like a forecast Maui. Like
correct,
it will, yeah, even if they have the song to remove it, it's usually already taken out a character.
yep,
So it's effectively, it's still two for oneing your opponent either way. And if they don't have the removal for it, it's probably going to take out two or three more characters with the six willpower as well.
correct, 100%. And then that's why Bell is here as well, because I don't have other big bodies here aside from Iago and Genie, so it's just works. I mean, transferring that damage to another character, even if it's not exerted, then taking that out. So again, just a very good combo for this deck. So if you notice, my goats are low because I just feel like it's not helping me much in the games because you don't bounce as much as the other version for this deck. You don't have much snakes, you don't have much memes, and it doesn't play that way. Because whenever you bounce your goat, it means you're taking out a four character in your board, or you're taking out something that can take out one of your opponent's characters. So it doesn't just feel good to me to just I mean, in the setup to just take out my goat when Iago can already take out big bodies because it has four strength as well. So I left three because again, if you just need one more lore, then you can put out goat. But for example, if you have Iago, you have Merlin in your hand, it's the early game. I mean, Merlin will just be for ink. You will still always be playing Iago. So that's why I lowered down goat because I'd rather have four Iagos in hand than four goats in hand. So yeah, that's why I lowered down the count for Merlin. So again, so going to Pegasus, Pegasus shift line for me is just so good. I mean, it it doesn't always work. I mean, it doesn't win you all of your games, but if it does appear, then imagine having your Pegasus on first, your turn one, putting out two Merfolk on turn two, then shifting it at turn three. So when you quest at turn three, you immediately have seven lore, and your Merfolks are still alive. So if your opponent is not a steel player or your opponent doesn't have anything to take out an evasive card, then your turn four is another six lore for you. So immediately 13. And your opponent will be having a very hard time catching up, especially this EA is quite fast as well. So yeah, I will keep this one there. And lastly, friends on the other side, because you don't have the rabbit here. So you need something to draw with. Friends is very good because Crab can sing it, Mim, Pan can sing it, and then immediately you have those two cards. You don't need to sacrifice that rabbit, and it's inkable, so I mean, it's a better option in this setup. So yeah, that's the composition of the deck. So basically, from the other versions, What I removed from this one is kit. So I'm not using kit anymore in this one, which makes you like takes off your control a bit. But instead, the strategy here is just take out your opponent's characters. Just take them out. Because what I notice is that players, when they verse with Emerald Amethyst, they think we will be going fast, very fast. So they're kind of being reckless with questing their characters. So you don't need kit to bounce off other characters because they will quest. Most of them will quest, and then you can take out with your rush foxes or your rush Iago. So and yeah, I'm playing less bells.
I think those are the main. Yeah, I mean, your one drops you've got
Yep.
less Diablos. Is that just
Yep.
because Diablo doesn't trade that well unless you've got a crab in the early game? But it's
Hmm.
still useful because it gives you a card. It
Yep.
always gives you a card unless someone plays a Hades or a Let It Go. But if they're doing that on your one drop, then you usually don't mind because that's not dealing with a
Yeah.
more problematic card of yours like Genie or Iago or Bell or Pegasus.
Correct. And what I don't like about Diablo, why it's the only one with two here, is that you're giving your opponent the decision on when if you can draw or not. Because if your opponent will let it stay, then you're not drawing a card. Unlike Chernobog's followers or Magic Broom, where it's your decision if you want to banish it. So yeah, I mean, I think Chernobog or Magic Broom is still more useful. But of course, Diablo will still have its use. So for example, your player is like more of removal. You're playing against red, and Diablo will be a more important play from turn one. But
All right, well, thank you for that. And yeah, I guess also with having just the friends when you play against like Steel Song or Chona Dogs with the Daisy Ducks,
mhm,
they're usually drawing you a lot of cards, and you
mhm,
can, unless they open up with the turn one daisy, turn two daisies, you
mhm.
can usually draw into some answers.
Comparing it to the previous one with Mo Shamblin's deck or Artabac, no, maybe just Mo Shamblin's, that one will verse well with against aggros because that one uses the Lyles. I mean, you can still take them down. So even if they have day 18, you have a chance to put down their lores back. But this one, I mean, this version of EA will have a bit of a problem versing with those aggro decks, Churna Dogs or Steel Song, who will like Daisies, me, Lawrence, you. So
Yeah, but if Steel Song doesn't have their aggro start, I generally find the matchup is not.
mhm.
It's a lot better
Yeah,
than because you've got Ursula's to help with the songs,
mhm.
and you've also got, yeah, if they don't kill the pan, then everything having rush, you can kill most of their stuff, and a lot of
Yeah,
them have shifted from running the Cinderella shift, which is quite hard to
mhm.
answer unless you've got Crab Fox, and they're
Yeah,
now running the aerial Sonic Warrior, which, whilst it's still difficult to deal with, it can lead to explosive lore gains with a go-go because it's a 3/8, and because you're so aggressive with the lore gain with the deck, even gaining 3 or 4 lore out of nowhere can enable you to close it a lot faster than what your opponent's expecting.
yeah, correct. That's how
Uh,
scared the Go-Go is. And the
yeah.
Iago now, yeah.
And going forward into the Reign of Jafar, is there any cards that have piqued your interest for this deck, or any changes that you'd make to
Now,
your list?
well, unfortunately, I haven't seen any card in that next set yet because I was really just focused on winning a set champ this season because I played five. I played five set champs and I lost the first three. So that's the first 3 weeks. So I mean I didn't want to lose focus on just improving this deck. So haven't seen one. But yeah, after this I might take a look now.
All right, then. Well, thank you for, yeah, going through your version of Emerald Amethyst evasives, and we'll maybe talk to you some other time in the future.
Thanks, Sean.
All right.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.